Well, welcome to the Speak Black Woman podcast. I am so excited because, listen, y'all, this has definitely been a winning with a capital W Wednesday. It's been a winning weekend. It's not even the weekend. This is how excited I am. So if you are brand spanking new to me, my name is Quinn Conyers and I broadcast the brilliance of Black women in business. I show you how to turn conversations into cash so you can profit from public speaking, but more importantly, maximize and monetize all speaking opportunities on behalf of your business, your book, or your brand. And if you are a meeting planner, event planner, or even an HR professional, I also do compelling keynote presentations. I'm a transformational trainer. And of course, I am an event MC. And I'm excited because we're going to have a great conversation. Hi, Sonia. Glad that you are here. Just about everything that has been going on in my world. And it is a real thing, y'all. It's a real thing to be blessed and highly favored. So what I want to talk about today is obviously celebrating the birth of my second book. Now, if you are a mother or if you know someone who has kids, you know that bringing something new into the world that hasn't previously existed is a process, right? And I think that a lot of times when you are birthing a book, like I just did my second one, it's called Speak Black Woman. Yes, how women in business can profit from public speaking, you get really excited about it. So I just want to kind of talk to you about a little like what my inspiration was, but I can't give you all the details. If you want all the details, if you want to learn how I leaned in and leveraged my voice in every aspect of my business, you definitely want to come to the Speak Black Woman celebration. It has been moved to literally June 5th at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You can go to speakblackwoman.com and grab your complimentary ticket. Or if you can't wait till then and you want to get your hands on this book right now, you can also go to speakblackwoman.com, click on the book section. And guess what? If you order from there, you can get an autographed copy because it'll be coming directly from me. Now, if that doesn't matter to you, you want to get your stuff a day. You know, we got Amazon out here, right? Some of y'all impatient. Y'all want y'all book right away. You can also find the book. Yes, y'all, I'm excited to share this with you. You can find this book on a couple different ways. It's on Amazon, it's on Barnes and Noble, and it's at Target.com. And I am waiting to hear back to see if Walmart will pick it up as well. So your girl is moving up in the world. Again, if you are interested in getting a copy of the Speak Black Woman book, you can literally go to Amazon.com, BarnesandNobles.com, Target.com, and I am waiting to hear back from Walmart to see if we've been picked up there as well. So Speak Black Woman, right? First of all, I personally believe that if you are in business, you are an entrepreneur, and you are not using your voice in business, you are leaving money on the table. I personally believe that public speaking is your secret weapon. It is your secret sauce to be super successful in business and earn ridiculous revenue. You can use public speaking as a lead generation, a marketing strategy, and more importantly, a revenue stream in your business. And that is why I'm so excited to have packaged my experience, my expertise, my knowledge in this book that now can be in your hands. So I'm just curious right now because I don't know who knows me, who doesn't. If you have been rocking, rolling with me, you caught this broadcast either live or you listened to it on your iPhone or your Android, you are officially a member of the tribe. I want you to go ahead and put tribe in the comments. And if you're listening, that's okay as well. Just give me a little head nod in your car or while you're folding up the clothes, wherever you're doing this, right? If you are catching me for the very first time, I want you to go ahead and put first time in the comments. And of course, if this is a replay, maybe you're catching it a little bit later. I caught your attention. You're like, what is Quinn talking about? And you're not catching me live in the flesh. You're catching on a replay. That is cool as well. I want you to go ahead and put replay in the comments. So let's talk about this book, right? So Speak Black Woman. First and foremost, I got a couple of shout outs I must give. First and foremost, Kia Harris, okay? If you don't know who Kia Harris is, she is my official publisher. She is awesome and amazing. She is the reason her company is KH Publishers. She is the one who literally laid this thing out. Look at this. Look at this impeccable color inside the book. This is all Kia Harris's work. Also, shout out to Brian Olds from the Black Speakers Network who wrote my foreword. That is one of my greatest friends out there in the world. We both share a love and passion for public speaking, as well as Marshall Marshall from 123 Designs, right? He actually right here. Right here. He actually designed the front of the book as well as the back of the book. And let me tell you something. This thing is nothing to be played with. Now, I got a library at home, and I have to say, I might be a little bit biased, but Marshall put his whole leg into this cover design. So I just want to say a special thank you to all of the people who literally had a part to play. These are the people who shared it. This is the people who are a cheerleader and a champion for me writing this book. When I kind of really didn't know what I was doing. Also, special shout out to Natalie Williams, the executive director of the Women's Business Center of Charlotte. She wrote a review for the book, as well as Mathina James Brightful of Stage Ready Speakers. She's also a really good friend of mine who wrote a quote on the back of the book, as well as Janetta Bozeman Hardy, who is the executive director of the Entrepreneurship Center at Bowie State University. So 3 fabulous Black women who has got their imprint all over my voice, and we can kind of bring this to you. So this is definitely a joint effort. Like, this book, y'all, like, has aunties and uncles. Like, I ain't just birthed this thing by myself. It was a village. It was a family. So I am excited about this. And, you know, when it came to doing this, and I couldn't think of another title. You know, when people always ask me, like, Quinn, I need more clients for my business, I tell you to speak. Or, Quinn, I need revenue. I need access to capital for my business. I'm going to tell you to speak. Or, Quinn, I need an innovative way to market my business. Guess what? I am going to tell you to speak. It is probably one of the most effective ways to, number one, build credibility, create and position yourself as a thought leader, as well as attract people instantly, right? Sometimes if you do a Facebook ads, we all know it takes you about 15 times to see that Facebook ad before you can actually convert. But you can hear someone speak one time and want to become a customer or client. So what I've done in this book, it really is for the Black woman in business. And if you're not Black, but you know that you like to speak, matter of fact, you got a passion for public speaking, you want to get paid to speak, you want to have this book in your hands, because I define how you can profit from public speaking. But more importantly, I talk about how we can reinvent the meaning of the word profit. So if you're looking for a way to get paid speaking engagements, this is not necessarily it. It is showing how you can use your voice to have a gain, to have an addition, whether it's customers or clients. So I'm redefining the word profit and showing you how you can leverage public speaking in every aspect of your business. So let's talk about some of the things that I'm going to have in here. First and foremost, I talk about literally who this book is for, right? Like, for the entrepreneur, for the Black woman who's getting asked to speak, for people who are slipping into your DMs with no honorarium, but they want you to speak at their virtual conference or their virtual summit. How do you maximize or monetize that? I'll talk about that right in chapter 1. Also, in chapter 2, I really dive into literally why your voice is valuable as a speaker. Like, for real, like, you can market and promote your product, your service, your coaching program, your online course, a bunch of different ways. Why is your voice, why is your vocal presence a necessity to be super successful in business? I talk all about that. Also, if you can understand the power, the influence, the impact that your voice carries, you will be talking a lot more. And guess what? In chapter 3, I talk about that, as well as how I became an entrepreneur. I would love to tell y'all that I woke up like this, but to be honest, I worked for this. So I talk about the birth of an entrepreneur. I talked about how I was a leader at Westchester University, or where I went to undergrad, but I became an entrepreneur on the campus of Howard University, where I studied and got my master's. So I'm going to let you in. I'm going to tell you about how I lost my voice, how I leaned into my voice, and even how I leveraged my voice. More importantly, it doesn't stop with just my story. I'm going to show you some strategies and techniques that you can use to actually leverage public speaking in your business as well. Okay. I even talk about how I even use public speaking to fund my business. You heard me. I'm not going to lie, y'all. I didn't feel comfortable or confident going on to a bank and asking for a loan or a line of credit. So I literally use public speaking, more specifically pitching, to fund my bag business, Purse Paparazzi. So I am really breaking breaking down the nitty gritty on how you can really pimp out public speaking, right? How can you use public speaking to get you access to capital? How can you use public speaking to get you customers and clients and business development? I am breaking it all the way down for you in this book. And again, if you want to attend the Speak Black Woman celebration, I'm just giving you a little tidbit. I'm going to give you a little bit more on June the 5th. And all you got to do is go to speakblackwoman.com and click on events, or go to speakblackwoman.com and you can actually buy the book right then and there. And guess what? If you buy it directly from me, you'll get an autographed copy. However, if you want to get it in a day, you can go to target.com or barnesandnobles.com, amazon.com. Like, listen, your girl is out here in these internet author streets, right? So there's a couple different ways that you can get this book in the palm of your hands if you don't want to wait until the June 5th celebration. Okay. Also, I talk about the idea of really understanding how you can profit from public speaking, traditionally and non-traditionally. I break down the 49% principle. And if you have no idea what the 49% principle is, that means you are not getting paid your full worth. You are not even maximizing all the money that you can be making for your business, your book, or your brand. And I'm going to dive into that on June the 5th. Also, my thing, right? If you want someone to swipe your credit card, if you want someone to pay that invoice or enroll in your online coaching program or your course, it all starts with the conversation. So the number one thing that I'm going to let you know right now, because I give you a lot of good stuff in this. This book is meaty, y'all. This ain't no skimp. This ain't nothing that you just pick up, right? I'm going to show you why you must master the art of turning conversations into cash. That is the very first step you must master if you want to profit from public speaking. You got to know how to turn conversations into cash. So if you're interested in doing that, I definitely dive into that on chapter 9, as well as how can you be vibrant on video or compelling on camera? How can you speak with power at the podium? Because guess what? Social media is a podium. Clubhouse is a podium. You know, a webinar is a podium. And of course, any in-person stage is a podium. So I want to make sure that when you step on that podium and you show up as a spokesperson for your business, your book, your brand, that you know how to speak with power and excellence, and not just a boring and basic communicator. We're going to throw that out the window. Okay. So I'm going to dive into that. I'm also going to talk about creating your own stage. I feel like now more than ever, that we as speakers and entrepreneurs need to be more entrepreneurial about how we use our voice. So you can wait, wish, hope, and pray for someone to invite you to speak on their stage, or you can do what I'm doing and what other people are doing, is creating your own stage. What do I mean by creating your own stage? I mean hosting your own events and inviting your client to come and experience you and offer your services at the back of the room, as well as how do you speak on social stages, right? So me speaking for 45 minutes at a keynote presentation is very different from me speaking on Clubhouse. So I'll talk about how you can really leverage speaking on social stages. I'm telling y'all, this is a good book. Like, in my opinion, this is a New York Times, London, Africa, Asia bestseller. I don't even know if that exists, but in my opinion, like, this is a good book that you need to have, you know, your hands on, because it really is meaty and juicy. And I also talk about speaking to serve, right? Because at the end of the day, you have a responsibility to your audience. And it's not just to sell and push your product or service down their throat. It is to really give them information that they can use right away that can enhance their pain, not enhance their pain. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. That can really enhance their experience, or really be the solution to their problem or the answer to their prayer. So at the end of the day, you want to speak to serve, not just speak to sell. And also, I talk about pimping your passion, right? Like, there is multiple ways that you can profit from public speaking. So you want to make sure that your voice is seen and heard on as many platforms to bring that money in while you're awake, and of course, while you are sleeping. And then I also go into speaking in style, right? So at the end of the day, everybody has their own unique speaking style, whether it's your vocal variety, your tonation, how the cadence of your voice. That's one thing, right? But also, how do you show up? I'm a very vibrant, high energy person. So a lot of times you're going to see me with colors. You're going to see me with purple lipstick. I mean, my nails, y'all, my nails are various colors, right? And that is okay. So I want you to understand what kind of speaker you are, as well as how you can literally show up and your unique style and your audience, your customer, your client, the corporation who desperately needs you will be taking you and welcoming you with open arms. So the Speak Black Woman celebration, the Speak Black Woman experience is something that I'm really excited about. I'm going to bring in some of my people, some of the people that I know that have supported me literally, over the years, as well as really just be hot with you. And that's honest, open, and transparent. And I know sometimes it looks like when we follow people on social media that they have it all together. And 9 times out of 10, we don't. We just keep pushing and we don't give up. So I'm excited about this book. I'm excited, grateful, blessed, honored that God has chosen me to be a messenger on this thing called Earth. And I can use my voice to inspire, empower, amplify, and illuminate the voices of other Black women in business. Because I feel like 9 times out of 10, many Black women are awesome and amazing at what they do. They have the associate's degree, the bachelor's, the master's, the PhD, or they have 20, 30, 40 years of experience. But when it comes time for us to verbalize our value or articulate our awesomeness, we sometimes don't give ourselves justice. We don't want to toot our own horn. We don't want to feel like we're doing the most, so we do the least. And us doing the least results in us making the least amount of money. So what I want to do, what I want to really show up, and I want to be your cheerleader. I want to be your champion. I want to be the person that lets the world know that you have something great to offer and give you the words and wisdom to be able to articulate that. But more importantly, show you how to pimp out these speaking opportunities. I don't care if it's a panel discussion, if it's a podcast interview. Those are all great ways to profit from public speaking. And again, we're going to define what is profit. And it's not just about money. It's about showing up and leading with leads. It's about showing up and leading with potential clients and customers in the form of discovery calls. So I'm going to break all of this down because I'm really excited. And I also just want to thank my husband, right? So my husband has been a silent person kind of pushing me on and wondering what I'm doing down here in the revenue room, but always supporting me and always having my back. And I can appreciate that because there are a lot of people in business and maybe they have a spouse or a boyfriend and people just don't understand. They're like, girl, why don't you just go get a job? Why are you stressing yourself out? So I think it's really important to have a support system, have someone in your circle that understands your craziness. Because if you're an entrepreneur, you're an author, and you out here slaving, getting your words on paper or trying to do this thing called business, sometimes everybody around you doesn't understand the blood, sweat, and tears. But when you have someone who does understand, who encourage you, who checks in on you to make sure you're good, I can appreciate that because I know that everybody doesn't have that. So shout out to my husband, Issa Abdul Rahim, for being just a person that has consistently validated my voice and has always told me that I was a speaker, even when I tried to put speaking down. He was like, what are you doing? You're a speaker. Speak. And, it's hard because if you have a message, not everybody understands the value of being a speaker. So they just want you to come and speak, not understanding this is a profession. I am a professional speaker, not an amateur speaker, right? So at the end of the day, sometimes that is something hard or not easy to always convey. So I just appreciate everyone who respects the speaking industry. I'm excited about, where I'm going with this book. I mean, did I tell y'all, did you see it like in real life? Do you see this? Like Amazon.com, BarnesandNobles.com, Target.com. Like, if you don't believe me, go to your phone, put in Target.com and put in Speak Black Woman. Like, we showing up. And again, if you want your copy of the book, you can go to SpeakBlackWoman.com, click on book, you can get it, there. If you order it directly from my site, SpeakBlackWoman.com, I'll also autograph it for you. So if you are interested in getting it like in a day or two, you can go to Target or Amazon or even Barnes and Nobles. Like, that sounds so, like, I feel important, y'all. I feel very important to say that my book is like on Target.com, Amazon, Barnes and Nobles. Like, that is just like super dope, epic, like, where God at? I want to give God a hug and tell him I said thank you personally, because I know between God and Kia, they had to make that happen. So I am just grateful, that I was able to do this. And I'm just curious, I want you guys to put in the comments, like, are you interested? Are you excited about this book? Have you been following my journey? Like, I just want to know. Go ahead and put that in the comments. I'm just curious to know kind of where you are and, how, you and I have been connecting. So The Speak Black Woman book is completely awesome and amazing. It is not just a book, but I mean, do y'all see the detail of this? Like, it's a Q. Hold on, I'm trying to switch it up. A Q, Pimp Your Passion with 14. Like the color in the inside. Like, I'm just so grateful. Like, this is like the good of the good. So Kia, if I haven't already told you, you did an amazing job on laying this out, even though I was discouraged. I didn't know what I was doing because it was a brand new process. You held my hand, you wiped my tears, you gave me some words of encouragement. So I just appreciate, all of what you did to make this, a reality. And for anybody else who's in the process of writing a book, birthing a book, thinking about a book, it is definitely worth it because it's something special to kind of see your legacy. Like when I'm long and gone, this Speak Black Woman book will still be around. There's been books around for 20, 30 years. So my knowledge, my expertise is literally positioned in a book. So I really couldn't be more excited. And I'm just always eager to share what I know to others who look like me and to those who don't look like me, but share my same spirit and sentiment. Because at the end of the day, if you are a woman in business, I am rocking for you. I am cheering for you because I know how difficult it is to have the confidence to not only start, expand the business and keep going when stuff doesn't go the right way, right? So kudos to all those women out there who are speakers, who are entrepreneurs, who are juggling being a mom, a wife, and you still are writing your book. You're still speaking on stages. You're still getting clients and customers. I know it ain't easy, but what you're doing is you're proving to yourself that you deserve it and you are worth it. And I can always applaud that because that's always something that we share as just humans, the tenacity, the resilience to keep going when we want to quit. Because at the end of the day, I can tell you about 1, 2, 3, 400,000 times that I was like, man, F this book. I'm over it, right? But thanks to people like Kia and Brian and Tiffany Bethia and Mathina and my husband for really kind of pushing me to keep going when I was getting discouraged in this process. So great stuff that is going on with the Speak Black Woman tribe and community. I am so grateful that many of you have been taking this journey with me. If you haven't already done so, make sure you go to speakblackwoman.com and sign up for the Speak Black Woman experience that's happening on June the 5th at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to know a little bit more about this book, if you want to know about how to make your voice visible, if you want to learn about literally how you can profit from public speaking, especially if no one's paying you up front, then you definitely want to get your hands on this book. I definitely got to shout out Miss Tiffany Bethia who says, you did it. Yes, Tiffany, we worked it out together. It was a joint effort. And I also had Miss Lynch. She says, absolutely. I've been following your journey and I'm forever inspired by you, lady. Speak Black Woman, speak. You are amazing. Thank you so much. You know what? I got to still come up there and check out your meeting space. Maybe I can do like a book signing for Speak Black Woman. What you think about that? Let me know, Janika. Send me a message. Let me know. I don't know what you got going on, but that would be super dope. Maybe I can do something, at your space in regards to a book signing. Who knows? I'm just throwing it out there. Let me know what you think. Robin, yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Robin has been a part of my journey. She's been a cheerleader and champion of mine, so I can always appreciate that. I love the comments when they are coming through because I know that this has been a tribal moment. This has been a community moment. I wish I could take all the credit, y'all, but that wouldn't be right because this ain't just me. This is not just me. There is a tribe, a community of people who got my front, who got my back, who are literally like, yes, Quinn. Like when you say yes, congratulations, I read those. That means a lot to me. So I always appreciate Black women supporting other Black women, right? So listen, at the end of the day, I am not going to keep you long. If you haven't already done so, go to speakblackwoman.com. You can order the book. You can sign up for the celebration. But more importantly, I need you to understand the value in your voice as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, as an author, as a course creator, as a coach. You need to be speaking. It is the secret sauce to take your business from average to amazing. Speaking on behalf of your business, your book, or your brand can position you as magnificent where others in your industry will be mediocre. So as soon as you open your mouth, you literally can attract the customer, the client, the tribe, the community that you need that can support and move your mission forward. Because if you're in this space of speaking and serving and writing books, it's so much more. You are a servant leader. You want to give back. You want to literally pour pour into others. So that's a profession that you shouldn't take lightly. So you have to understand the value in your voice and use your voice. The days, the times of us being quiet, muted, muzzled, and over. If you are quiet, if you are not speaking up, that means you are denying another man, another woman from what they need, and that is selfish. So you have to grab the mic, hold on to the mic. I don't care if you got to whisper in the mic, but you want to take that mic and use your voice to give back, to inspire, to motivate, to encourage your target client who desperately needs what you have to offer. So I'm excited about that. Janika, shoot me a message on Facebook. We can talk about what that looks like. Girl, I'm just shooting it. But if you're down, we can make that happen. And we can go from there. And plus, people need to know that there's a Black woman who has their own co-working space in Howard County. Like, come on now. Like, this is going to be a win-win. We're going to do this book signing. We're going to show people your space. Like, we're about to have a nice, see how collaborations happen when you just kind of open up your mouth. I love it. And that's the power of your voice. There are so many doors that public speaking can open that money can never buy. By you putting what you want in the atmosphere, you will be surprised how many people show up to meet you halfway. So with that being said, my name is Quinn Conyers, and I broadcast the brilliance of Black women in business. I literally show you how to turn conversations into cash so you can profit from public speaking. I personally believe that your voice is your secret weapon in business. So if you want to be super successful as an entrepreneur, or if you want to earn ridiculous revenue as a business owner, you need to speak. You need to use your voice. And if you haven't already done so, make sure you go to the podcast store on your cell phone or the podcast app. Go to your Android, go to your iPhone and put in Speak Black Woman and make sure you subscribe and download the Speak Black Woman podcast so you can catch me live when I go live, or you can listen to me at your leisure and get up to date on all the previous episodes of the Speak Black Woman podcast. So make sure you download the podcast on your phone, as well as share this broadcast with a fellow coworker, business bestie, profit partner, someone who you know who is currently in business, who can use an influx of energy, infusion, and more importantly, cash. Because I want you to know, as a Black woman in business, you can profit from public speaking. Until next time, I'll see you on June the 5th at the Speak Black Woman Experience. Again, go to speakblackwoman.com, get your ticket or get your copy of the book. I will talk to you later. Have an awesome and amazing day.